I'm just tapping out the birthdays. There is a reason why I'm on the last push. Excuse me while I just get me thing I've just printed off. I've just been outside to make a quick video of the guys doing the beach works, because I knew that if I didn't catch them they were going to disappear. So that's why I'm all hot and bothered, more hot and bothered than normal. That's why I'm on the last push, but nonetheless here we are. There you go. That's what it's called, cutting it fine. That's my script for today with all my bits and bobs and notes on it. Oh, right, compose myself. Isn't it hot? Isn't it hot? Where's the thermometer? Let's have a look. Oh, goodness gracious me. It's 32 in here. In fact, I think it's verging on 30, 33, 34. That is just too hot. I've got the windows open. I've got the fan on the desk here in front of me. Oh, goodness. It's boiling. Right, let me just get the large screen version of the comments on, and then I can actually reply and answer, talk to you. It is sweaty Betty weather, Linda, Christine. It is sweaty Betty weather. Right, let's shut her up. Right, from the top, let's start again, shall we? Thank you ever so much, Stephen Gately, for that super chat that he's started the hour off with, a $4.99 donation. That's really kind of you. Thank you ever so much. Lots to tell you today. So we'll have a quick whip through who's doing what. So we've got Deborah Webster in the house. Hi Jane, T-Boy and T-Boy in training. It was lovely to meet you. But she's watching on catch up, and it's her birthday next week. She's 49. She's 49. Can you remember being 49?
No.
Oh yes, I've got that. Right, we've got Claire Healy. We've got Brenda Swallow. Brenda will not be surprised that I'm on the last push.
Good afternoon,
we've got
folks.
T-Boy. T-Boy is in the house with us. We've got
Not for long.
Gren Vanson. We've got Dazza 1972, Fiona Crockett, Linda Nagel, Kat Gregory, Lorraine, and we've got Pauline Green. Yes, I saw you, didn't I, yesterday morning, Pauline? I waved at you. She's in St Anne's today. Bruce Hislop, Kat Gregory, Stephen Goddard, Diane Roscoe, Lady Helen, Caroline Tolson, Becky Fay, David Cooper, Michael Bethwaite, Caroline Wright, Sue Terry, Emma Kelly. That rhymes, doesn't it? Elaine Pilkington. She's just been on the ferry in Liverpool. We've got Eric the Bat Mascot and everyone and sundry. Lindsay Thompson. Lindsay's back from Orlando. We don't do anything so sophisticated here, Lindsay. So welcome to each and all of you. We shall see if we can gather our wits together and see what we're actually supposed to be doing today. Julie Smith is sitting by the seafront. Oh yes, please. Oh. Do I want a cup of tea?
Right.
When have you ever known me to refuse?
To use an expression, I'm just going mountain.
We don't need to know about that. We don't need to know about that. We've got a new bat. We've got birthdays. We've got some gossip. We've got a bit of a wind blowing. So right, we will begin. I think T-Boy in training's somewhere disappeared. I'm not quite sure where he is. So let's start with the bat map, shall we? T-Boy's just off to make the brew. So this, of course, is the bat map. And shortly, when mine arrives, I will show you the Brew at 2 mug, which of course is what all our bats have. All our bats, like these ones that are hung up here above me. Look, I've still got the flags up from the coronation. I'm quite partial to them. Good afternoon, Tim Whistle. Good afternoon. I've got hiccups now. So this is Helen from Essex. And I'd not realised that we're putting on the back map today. So let's give her a drum roll, shall we? Let's give her a drum roll. Da, 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 da. So Helen from Essex is my friend Janet's cousin. And Janet had ordered a mug and some other things for Helen. And I met Helen on Saturday at the fun day that we did in Jubilee Gardens, which was really nice. It's always nice to meet people. So, tram station. Let me write that down. Tram station. Yeah. So I've lost my train of thought now. Speaking of trams. Yeah. So it was really nice to meet Helen. So I said to Janet the other day, what's your cousin's name? Because I'd forgotten again. I know we said I'm Helen, you're Jane, etc. So anyway, that's Helen from Essex. So we're going to put Helen on the map. Now this is where it might get a little bit entertaining. Let's see if we've got anybody in Essex already on our map. We had a conversation. No, we've not. We had a conversation about my knowledge of geography the other day when we were doing the beach clean, and I was saying how bad I am. So anyway, I can see that there, Essex. So I'm going to put you on the map. I'm not quite sure where in Essex, so I'll put you right in the middle. Helen. And we'll get a pin and we'll put you on the board. And I really need to get that extension sorted out to this board, don't I? Really need to get that fathomed. I need a bigger bit of cardboard, I do. I'll put you on Grampian for the time being, Helen, and then we'll move you when we get the thing extended. There you go, Helen. You're on the map. So welcome to Helen. Mark Dosworth's being cheeky as usual and says, I thought you would be in a bikini today with this weather. I can't remember the last time I wore a bikini. I think I was about 15, and I definitely won't be wearing a bikini anytime soon, especially not with all the cake I've been eating, because let's put it this way, I could save everybody with the muffins. I've got such a muffin top. So that's that. Julie Smith's got small bats flying around in her garden in Warwick. We get bats flying around on the seafront here, actually. Julie, it's quite interesting to see bats flying about at the seaside. It's a bit strange, really. Here comes trouble.
Is there any air up here?
Not really.
Cup of tea, I made
And
that.
just a minute, lift the cup up. And here, of course, ladies and gentlemen, is the Brew at 2 cup. And have you made that all yourself?
Made it, yeah.
Well done. Well
Avoiding the sweaty bowl patch.
Oh, that's nice. What's that? Is it an ice pack?
Ice pack in a towel.
Oh, that's lovely. Anybody that's not got one, this came in very useful the other day. I'll tell you the story about that in a minute. Anybody that's not got one, they are worth their weight in gold. I got these off Amazon. You get 2 in a pack. Never used it hot. Keep it in the freezer, and it's brilliant. It's brilliant for headaches. It's brilliant for slips, falls, trips. It's very good when it's hot like this, but you need to just fold it up in an old cloth. This is a very old cloth, because otherwise you get condensation all over the show and you get water all over you. But that's lovely. Would you like this back?
What?
Oh, it's gone. Would you like this back?
No, you can keep it for a minute.
They're very good, very good. And I put mine to good use last week. Which is another story that I should come on to in a moment. So, first, before we get to that, we've got a shout out for Millie and Holly, our youngest and most dedicated fans. They are back at school today, and it's Millie's first day at high school. Now, if I'd been a bit more organised, I know that there's a photograph. We all took one, didn't we? We all took a photo of our first day at high school. So there I am, stood in my mum's back garden with the A-line skirt on and the 2 pigtails like this. You can imagine it, can't you? Legs like little sticks stuck out from underneath the skirt. Yes, but doesn't it take you back? Doesn't it take you back to the days when we all started school? And then before you know where you are, you're leaving. You're leaving. So my advice to you, Millie and Holly, is to enjoy secondary school, because when your mum tells you that school is the best days of your life, she's right. Believe me, it all goes downhill from there onwards. When you start having to work, pay bills, do all your own jobs, and just generally be an adult, because being an adult's not really all it's cracked up to be. I'm sure most of the bats watching will probably agree with that. Turns when you get past 50, because then you get back to that kind of, this is not bad. This is not bad. So the 5th of September is their first day back, which is today, and they're going to catch up tonight after school. So I hope you had a fabulous day. I hope you really enjoyed it and you didn't fry in this hot weather. And as Eric says, every day is a school day. He's now a very sprightly pensioner and carries on learning. I am still a scholar and always will be. Every day is a school day. It's strange actually how when you're at school and you're supposed to be learning, you're not really interested, and then you leave school and you get older and you discover that actually you just want to know things. You just want to know stuff. You just want to know stuff. What did I say? Millie and Holly? Did I say Holly and Millie? Millie? What did I say? Did I say something wrong? Anyway, so Lindsay says, school was better than working for me. Yes, it was me as well, up to the point of starting a business. And then it all started to improve. Anyway, the thing that chucked me off my train of thought earlier on, which, let's face it, is not difficult, was somebody. Well, yes, it was him. Let's have the Wally. Now, what did they call you? Chief Clown, I think the expression was. Has anybody ever played the recorder since they left school? Hey, I've got my recorder in here. Do you want a quick blast of My Love Kintyre?
I've just paid the milk.
Yeah.
I've just paid the milkman for you.
Well done. Well done. Are you ready?
Tell them what. Pay the milk. Pay the.
This is a proper. Just a minute. We're just having a trip down memory lane.
Can you still do that?
This is my recorder from primary school. So you can tell it's old because look how mucky it is.
You can't remember how to
I
play
can't.
that.
No, but I'll have a go. It's anybody's for a laugh. There you go. That was my bestest recorder. Can you see? There you go. You ready? So I can remember that you put your thumb over that hole on the back, and then you put your fingers over them, don't you? Like that. And then that little one goes over there. You go. Oh, brushes in end.
Where's your bagpipes gone?
Let's try that again, shall we? Are you ready?
It sounded better first time. Oh. It sounded better first time.
It's a bit shrill, isn't it? So if I take some fingers off, does it get higher or lower? Oh!
Better.
Pardon you, Kevin. 3 Blind Mice.
That's not bad, that.
I was supposed to play 3 Blind Mice. There you go, you see. Made in Japan. Made in Japan. Do you know, I spent hours playing that. I taught myself how to play My Love Kintyre.
And it turned out like 3 Blind Mice.
Tin Whistle says, great to see the recorder. May I suggest the Tin Whistle too? It's in my little box in the cupboard. Anyway, Kevin was telling you about paying the window cleaner. Sorry about that. It's just slipped off. That's better.
Was it me?
I don't know. All you did was sit down.
Oh, that's all I did.
Which is very, very bizarre, isn't it? Yes, so we have this running joke at Rabbit Towers that I don't like paying the window cleaner. Do I?
You don't.
Don't like paying the window cleaner. Back in the day when we lived in t'other place, we had a window cleaner. We don't have one here because they're just always mucky. And And I always used to go all shy when I had to pay the window cleaner. So he was saying, Kevin, so you're going to pay window cleaner. So paying the window cleaner has become a euphemism for anything that I don't want to do.
Correct.
Has it not?
Yeah.
So at our fun day at Jubilee Gardens, the lovely Janet, cousin of Helen, that's just got a mug, and her husband John had run a guess the number of sweets in the jar stall. So I'd ended up with the jar and the results of who we needed to ring to tell them that they'd won. And I've just said to Kevin,
Go on, do that voice as well.
Kevin,
Will you ring them?
Kevin, will you ring these? Because it's giving me a bit of that paying the window cleaner feeling.
I've paid a few window cleaners
You've
in my
paid a few
time.
window cleaners, yeah. And he's just brazen, he'll do anything.
And debt collector.
And debt collector.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so he's been and done the job that I didn't want to do for me. So it's alright taking my glasses off. I've taken them off because I'm that hot and now I can't see.
I brought you some ice. I brought you an ice pack.
Oh, all right. If you're not using it, I'll have it back
I'm
then.
not using it.
Oh, well, pass it here. Pass it here, lad. Pass it here.
That's what it's for. I thought, oh, she'll be working really
I
hard.
thought it were for
during
you.
This hour.
I thought it was for him.
No.
No, it's for me. I'll put it on my legs. Because my legs are getting hotter and hotter and hotter.
He gives a rub down with some of that chip
Some
fat.
of that chip fat. So anyway, somebody asked about the tram station earlier on and completely put me off my stride. So, wanted to know if there's an update on the tram station and what's happening. Well, I have actually got on my list here that Blackpool is like building site central. There is building work going on everywhere you look. And there are actually some new blogs that are in the can, as they say on the telly, coming up for you to watch. Just a minute, I just thought of something else I need to write down. Where's it gone? I've lost it.
Jane's journey from A to B.
Just talk between yourselves 2 seconds.
Just it's not happening, is it?
Yeah. So there is actually a full update video about the tram station, which is, hello Liz, which is sat ready and waiting for you to watch. From outside it doesn't look a lot different. I must say I'm gasping to get a look in the hotel itself.
Oh.
And I presume at some point that we will be...
Is that open?
No, we're still building it. I presume at some point that we, the collective business community of Blackpool, will be invited to have a look round, because they usually...
I'm surprised you didn't get an early invite.
I've tried. It's not for lack of trying, Kevin. We usually end up going trooping round all these places when they first open.
I'm going to try your dad's card.
Press. Press. So yeah, so the tram station is coming along nicely. It's coming along nicely, but there's cranes and building sites all over the place. So I've got 2 or 3 videos ready for you to watch, and there's loads coming up. We're a little bit stymied with this weather because this is equally difficult to work in. It's so hot.
It's too hot, it's too cold, it's too rainy.
Chucking it down rain. Do you know it was 34 degrees in here when
I'm not surprised.
When I started
I just saw the weather for this year and the record's 35.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Anyway, which leads me on to Brew at 2. So I've been thinking about Brew at 2, and one of the things that has puzzled, stymied me right from the outset of doing it is keeping the content interesting, because you don't want to be watching exactly the same thing week after week after week and just listening to me prattling on for, well, I don't think you do. Maybe I'm wrong.
Gladys has run out of toilet rolls.
Gladys has run out of toilet rolls. So what I thought would be interesting.
We could dress up.
Was to make Brew at 2 a programme of information and Hot gossip. Can you remember them?
Yeah.
Hot gossip.
Yeah.
So there's quite a lot of things that
Can
come.
anybody else remember them?
I bet all men can. There's quite a lot of things that come across my desk that never make it to a vlog, and there's some quite interesting little snippets of information that
I'd like to know then.
kind of come in here, rattle, and then usually go back out the other side. So wherever possible, I will try and make a note and remember to save all these little gems of perspiration for you. And I only thought about doing this today. So
You're so organised.
So today's is a little bit short on gems of inspiration, but I will try and remember. But three things that did stick in my mind. Not really anything to do with the FYLDE Coast. I'm reading as I'm talking.
Is that what you're doing?
But number
I
one,
thought your record got stuck. Nothing to do with. Give it a push. Anything on the FYLDE Coast.
number one, apparently today Birmingham City Council have been declared bankrupt.
I'm actually just thinking, I wonder if some of the audience won't know what I mean by needles stuck.
I think they might all be old enough to remember vinyl.
Yeah.
Friend of mine when I was at school,
You digressing, Birmingham City Council?
Yeah, when she landed a showstopper comment, she always used to go like that.
Les Dawson style.
She always used to go
Les Dawson style.
like that. So we always think about her. Eh?
I went Les Dawson style. Les Dawson style.
No, you're
You've got me
stuttering.
at it now.
Yeah, so they've declared bankrupt today, which made me go, oh, can you be surprised? Two interesting things about that. Number one, we staff used to work on stuff. Just a minute, right now. The only problem with this is I have the attention span of an ant, so while I'm answering one question, I can't remember what the next one is. Yeah, so if councils, what's the word for it? It's not delegated, is it? What do they call it when they devolve? If councils devolved some of their money into a wider area, I'm sure it would get spent a lot better and a lot more wisely. So I can't be surprised that Birmingham City Council have been declared bankrupt, and I wouldn't imagine they'll be the last one.
It's probably because they get so much publicity from your channel.
The other thing I was going to say was how ironic that he should be Birmingham.
Let me do my Indian accent. You alright, mate?
How ironic that it should be Birmingham. And my lovely friend Arwell at the venue, the cleaner at the venue, which, you know, he's a lovely bloke. And I'll be watching this so I can talk about him. He is Welsh, and I said to him last week, I said, do you know, Kevin kills himself laughing at me because every time I do an accent, it doesn't matter who they are or where they're from,
Brummy.
it sounds like Welsh.
There's no Welsh in it.
Welsh Indian from Birmingham.
Welsh.
Yeah, so it's my go-to place. If I'm ever saying, well, if you've gone to for the day, I always say Birmingham. So anybody that lives in Birmingham, I'm sorry, I'm not really taking the mickey. Douglas came to Cleveland at the weekend, and he had fish and chips at Kay's as recommended, and I sincerely hope you enjoyed it, Douglas. Michael says, have I got any information on staff who used to work at Bonny Street Market? No. No, absolutely nothing.
That's a good question.
It's
a very good question, as they say.
I would imagine most of them have sort of
marketed,
deployed
somewhere.
themselves into other alternative places. Oh, Christine was and her mum were members of a DAF club on Radio Manchester. We were an elite club of about 300 and actually got a certificate. All you had to do was talk rubbish on the radio live. Well, I should have been honorary member of that then, shouldn't I, Chris? Should have been honorary member. So, What does Tim Whistle say here? Just a second.
I want to know if he enjoyed his
Hey,
fish and
recorders
chips.
make great alarm clocks. Yeah, I'm coming to that. Did I go to the big switch on? Oh, Julie got a spade right in front of the, yeah. Julie got a spot in front of the stage by the barrier. Well done, well done.
If
Cousins,
ever you go
Lindsay's...
to any of these events, you can send us your photographs and we'll put them online for you.
We'll in fact, post them. If you're not already in the Facebook group, in the Brew at 2 Facebook group, join it and post your photographs in there. And then we can all have a look. Fiona wants to know if she can have a mug. Yes, I've run out, but I shall order some. And Lindsay's cousin's daughter is coming for the first time to England, to Keighley. Well. Where is Muffin? Muffin is snoring in the kitchen.
He's somewhere cool, he's not daft.
He's snoring in the kitchen. So Blackpool switch on. No, I didn't go. And I didn't go for kind of a reason. Well, number one, it was after tea. Which is always
past Jane's
bedtime. It's always a downer for me. I
bedtime.
did briefly consider it, but on the day I was, shall we say, slightly somewhat out of action. So did anybody else go? Did you enjoy the show? Was it good? Did anybody see the parade? Because there's hardly been a mention of the parade.
Is that the first time they've done the parade?
Yeah. It's the first time they've done one. There's hardly been a mention of it. I've hardly seen any photographs. I can only assume it weren't much carp. At a guess. And as I said, there's loads of stuff happening in Blackpool. It's like
it was jam-packed, wasn't it?
It was packed. We watched it on the
Viva. So I don't know how you
Viva.
managed to see a parade in.
We watched it on the Viva webcam.
Crowd like that.
And the whole of the promenade from North Pier to Central Pier was just full of people. Looked really good, and a lovely night for it as well. So I'll tell you now, shall I, what I did so that I couldn't actually manage to go to switch on. So on Thursday morning I was all organised to go to dig a day with Balfour-Beatty. I'd got my bag in one hand, I'd got the house door in the other hand. You might have seen this actually on the video about the brickworks thing. And I fell out of the back door, wouldn't you believe? Honestly. So, and I did a proper roll and tumble. We caught it on the back doorbell camera.
Have you done the first error of the day? Sorry.
What?
When I went, oh, Jane.
Oh, no, I've not got to that bit yet.
Got to that bit.
So I put one foot on the step and my ankle just twisted underneath me like that, and I just went. So I did a full roll on the path, banged my head on the thing outside the back door. So that day it was so painful. I'll not lift my leg up to try and show you because
not very ladylike. Not that you are.
Not that I am. It won't be very ladylike at all. But
No.
all my foot's black, because your foot's like that. It's black all along the sides of my foot and all up this side of my leg is hurting. So that's why I didn't go to the
laughing, but I was genuinely
So he came out the back door and he went,
concerned.
"Oh, Jane."
I was genuinely concerned, and I was going to take you to the walking centre. The walking centre. Sorry,
On a stretcher.
the dragging centre.
So I'd got the ice pack on my ankle and a bag of peas on my knee. I'm not quite sure why he didn't bring other ice pack out, but anyway.
Oh, they always say peas mould to your
I had another
limbs.
I lived to tell the tale, didn't I? So that morning I dropped my phone on the kitchen floor, put another crack down the screen protector.
Oh, great! That was your 3 then.
Yeah, and then I fell out of the back door. What were other ones? There 3, weren't there?
Was it anything to do with the hob?
Oh,
Do you have a bag anyway?
Yes, I do. I saved the evidence to show you. So before I even got to the back door, before I even got to falling out of the back door, that's what I did with the plastic bag.
A nice little circle where the hob ring.
So the receipt is actually
Good.
stuck inside the bag, look.
So when they ask for, have you got the receipt for this, madam?
Yeah.
Yes, it's in there.
So on what day was it? Was it Wednesday last week, weren't it? My two men and I, we went to Blackpool. I think I made a video about that, didn't I? So,
Yeah.
yes, we did. And I bought a t-shirt for winter and some leggings, which is very nice actually. The sort of wide ones, and comfy for sitting in when you get middle aged. So I'd left the bag folded neatly up because I paid 5p for that, or maybe 10 even. I'd left the bag folded up on top of the hob in the kitchen because I wanted to try the t-shirt and the leggings on to make sure that they fit me, because I might need to take them back in the bag. So I'm getting ready to go to Digger Day. I can smell burning!
What do I always tell you?
What do I always tell you? Don't put anything on top of this hob. Don't put anything on top of this hob.
Let this be a lesson to all those women out there that don't listen to the fellas.
So anyway, I saved the evidence. I said I'm going to save the evidence and then I can take it to Brew at 2 on Tuesday. So as I went and fell out of the back door, Kevin was stood with the fish slice in his hand. Scraping plastic bag off the top of the oven. It did come off though, didn't it?
I did a very good job.
So I said I would save that to show you as my memento. So yeah, so that was Thursday. So while I've been a bit incapacitated, I've tried to make Kevin as equally incapacitated as I am. And you've been laying paving flags, haven't you?
I have.
He's been laying paving flags. In the back garden, just a second, in the back garden to make it less dangerous for me in winter. I think it might be better going behind a big sheet of foam.
There's no way. You'd have to be in rubber rings and you'd be dressed up like Michelin Man. So there I was marking out all the, I hope there's some men out there who follow this, and I was marking out the area and I was levelling all the area, and this one and Daddy Jane came out and said, throw that spirit level away.
Do it by eye. Do it by eye.
I said, I can't do that, I can't. So I had to in the end. Peer pressure.
And would you know, is put, because our garden runs down, so it's sort of split level. So there's a top section along, there's a little patio, and then there's a step down to a top section of lawn, and then another step down to the bottom lawn. So the top lawn is where I feed the birds and whatnot. So imagine me at 8 o'clock in the middle of winter in my gym jams and my pink dressing gown.
You'll have to do a photo and then they can relate to it sometime.
Tottering down the garden to feed the birds in my Crocs. And the lawn's wet through, so when you stand on wet grass in Crocs, usually you go and bang down on your backside. Which I've done numerous times, I must admit. So I've set him on with the job of putting some paving flags down so that I'm not going to kill myself. Anyway, we've decided we're going to have a little meadow. We're going to have a little meadow in the middle of these paving flags. We decided. I decided.
Yes, but we have been also laying paving flags, haven't we?
Yes, but we have made a very good job of the paving flags without the spirit level. And would you believe they look perfectly all right? And he's done it a lot faster than he would have done if he'd been tippy-tapping on the spirit level every second.
This one's for Mark Dodsworth. A top tip whilst, if you don't need sand,
yeah,
what you do is you make a mud pile, a slap dab underneath your paving flag, get it relatively flat and put your paving flag on, and it sucks all the moisture out and you end up with
completely flat
equivalent of concrete.
It's very good. It's very good. Good discovery, that. Good tip.
Dries up.
Good.
I found a way.
Good tip. You found a way.
I found a way, I did.
Found a way around me.
Mm?
Found a way around me. So that's what was happening in our back garden.
Do you know where you are? I tell you what, wait.
What?
Just put lime where you are.
I am doing. Goodness Goodness me, goodness me. Oh, I've got another confession to make as well, Kevin, while we're talking about falling.
Oh, you're not going to do it online, so I can't react, are you? You are, aren't you? Go on then. Go on then.
I fell on my back, and it's what you didn't hear me. I fell on my backside last night when I went for a wee. I must have got up too quickly. The next thing I know, I sat on my bum again. Anyway, did you know it's 30 years today since Meadowhall opened?
I'm still processing toilet. Nice try.
30 years. So anybody near Sheffield? Anybody near Sheffield who shops in Meadowhall, which we used to go to? We used to go to quite often. 30 years today.
Can you do a Sheffield accent? You alright, mate? Brummy.
No, that was Brummy. Don't make me laugh, you'll have me coughing.
It's an IKEA not far away from Sheffield, isn't it?
Lindsay's near Sheffield.
Shit.
I thought about you actually when my dad told me oh dear me, Linda sent a message. YouTube won't let her comment. Her grandson face planked on the pavement this morning on his way to school.
Ouch.
Oh, I hope he's all right, Linda. I really hope he's all right. Let's just have a look, see if there's any more to that. Tell Kevin to take care of me.
Oh, I always do.
Oh, he always does. He always does. I wonder why YouTube won't let you comment. That's very strange, isn't it? Lindsay goes to Meadowhall all the time. We used to go to Meadowhall all the time. It's good on days like this when it's boiling.
Tell Linda. Tell
Lindsay or Linda.
Is it Lindsay? Who's
Lindsay
going?
goes to Meadowhall. Linda's grandson face.
All right, Lindsay. Lindsay, can you take a little sneaky video?
Yeah, and
Of
post it in
Meadowhall?
Brew it too.
That will be lovely.
Facebook group, that will be
And then we
good,
can
won't it?
reminisce.
Yeah. We used to go to Marks and Spencer's. We used to go on a Friday, me and my mum, for shopping. So this is in the days when they had a Sainsbury's supermarket. So we used to go to Sainsbury's, and then we used to go to Marks and Spencer's and buy like 2 things out at food department. And then we used to go upstairs to have a look round, and by that point we were always knackered. So we always ended up in fits of laughter in one particular corner. If you imagine the upstairs door and there's access on the right and the left, as you go in at the left, it was always on that left corner. Always, every week.
Do you know what I liked? Oasis Food Hall.
Yeah, I know you did. Oh! What? Stephen says
Helium.
they've got a Lego shop at Meadowhall.
Oh, Stephen, that's naughty. Oh,
Just
you've
nearly choked
done it
me.
now.
They just nearly choked me.
You've done it now.
All them weeks. In fact, T-Boy always called Meadowhall church, didn't he? We went that often.
Gone to church.
In fact, me and my mum quite often we would
Religiously.
we would go on a Saturday afternoon, and we'd set off from where we lived at about 3 o'clock, and we'd have sort of the tail end of it being busy, and then we'd have our tea and shop until they closed. Not buying stuff, just looking around. And we went every week, didn't we? Every week we went to Meadowhall, and they didn't have a Lego shop then.
Is it a big Lego shop, Stephen? Is it big?
Go on, rub it in.
Big.
Rub it in a bit further. What bits do you want filming? Oh yes,
Lego shop.
Lego shop. Lego shop, definitely. Definitely the Lego shop. And just a little waft through the the mall, so that we can say, oh, can you remember when we used to go there?
When we first went to Meadowhall, am I interrupting again?
No,
Sorry.
you're all right. Go on.
When it first opened, you actually were like sardines. You couldn't get past one another.
God, it were busy.
And you can imagine the size of Meadowhall, and the noise was unbelievable.
In fact, I think first time I went to Meadowhall, I nearly fainted.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, so Katie says I should try the M&S Cafe for a food review. Now, there is an M&S Cafe in Blackpool. And to be honest, I've never gone in any of the M&S's and Costas and all that kind of thing, because I've sort of thought it's a chain and it's fairer to give independent shops a review. But if you want me to review chains, I can do that as well.
I've just thought, won't Marks and Spencer's in Wilco be in a cafe, food cafe?
What, in Cleveland?
Yeah.
There's no parking though, is there?
Hmm?
No parking. No car park. Where they are now, where Marks and Spencer's is now in Cleveland, they've got a car park.
Yeah.
We've had this conversation
I didn't think that through, did I?
Yeah, because B&M apparently are buying some of Wilco stores. Are they getting rid of Trafford Centre then, Christine? Well, I didn't know.
Really?
Didn't know that. I've been to the Trafford Centre a couple of times and it's not a patch on Meadowhall. It's not as good as Meadowhall. Yeah, so B&M are buying some of Wilco stores apparently. Which I don't think is going to well pose, because we've already got a big B&M in Cleveland and I can't see him wanting two B&Ms.
No.
And as my brainy assistant has just figured out,
What?
if Marks and Spencer's food were to move into there, they wouldn't have a car park, which they've currently got at the moment.
I didn't discover, you told me.
Exactly, you discovered when I told you. Trafford is 10 minutes from Diane by car, and she's not been for a year. And Lindsay says she's heard that they're hoping to make Meadowhall bigger. I bet they're extending the Lego shop.
You all right, love?
No, I'm distressed.
Oh.
Anyway, I've got something to make me feel better, and I'm guessing that this has come from one of you, and I have a feeling I know who it might have come from. So we're gonna see if anybody wants to lay claim to this. I've had a delivery at dinner time. And I'm going to show you this, and then I'm going to send T-Boy to put it in the fridge, because it's one of those lovely parcels, look, from the Cornish company. So in here, oh, there's a Lego shop at Trafford Centre. I knew there's a Lego discovery place
Everywhere but where we are.
So inside this box is some scones, call them whatever you will, Cornish scones, some shortbread fingers, some organic Cornish fairings, which are biscuits, some Cornish tea, some conserve in little pots, and in this pot here, in this little bag, this is the best bit, this is the best bit, in this little bag, which is very sticky, I have to say, very sticky. I think I'll put that in the fridge.
It's got Jane written all over.
It's got Jane written all over that one. So I'm guessing that this has come from Linda Nagel, because Linda Nagel sent us one of these before. So if you're watching, Linda, you need to, yes, it was me. It's a get well present. There's no name in it. There's nothing in it. There's nothing in it at all. And that made my little face light up again. That's really nice. Thank you ever so much. Thank you ever so much. So I'll give them a crumb of scone. And I'll definitely not be wearing a bikini after that. So that was really nice. And I've had some other post as well. I've had some other post. Let me move my back bag. They're all under here. I've got a lovely little letter that came from Peggy in Newark. I think she said she was going somewhere today, so she might be watching on catch up. So Peggy sent a lovely donation. She sent a lovely donation to Care for Cleveland. She sent this lovely little card, look. And she's put enclosed 2 envelopes. There's £10 for Care for Cleveland and £5 for you to treat yourself for all the hard work that you do, which is really kind of you. Thank you ever so much, Peggy. Really appreciate that. And I put it on one side to save and to save and show you guys on Brew too. And I know I've got some post at Chrissy Gates. But as I've said before, Chris is always packed, manically busy when I go to see him.
Got a message from Muffin.
Yeah.
He said.
Oh right, okay. So I've had some other posts as well. So I've had electronic post. So
It's
Eric.
called emails.
No, that's not what I meant to do.
Oh, sorry.
Eric bought a coffee for the Care for Cleveland's Fund, and Stephen Gately was first off the mark with the raffle tickets as well. What does that say? The Mirror are saying that B&M are buying Wilco. Some stores, I believe. Some stores.
51 stores.
So we are selling raffle tickets for Cleveland's for the Christmas lights. And I have to say, there's some rather marvellous prizes. So first prize is an overnight stay and a fish and chip meal at Case Chippy.
That is not just an overnight stay.
I know.
It's in
They
there.
have a luxury holiday flat
It's
upstairs.
a luxury
and it is
holiday flat, and
beautiful.
I've seen it. It's
I have
fabulous.
as well. It's lovely. And there's a £100 voucher from Phillips Jewellers. There's a meal for four at the Brideen Hotel. There's a big Christmas hamper, which Helen says is about £200 worth of vouchers in it.
What?
That have been donated by Cleveland's businesses. The Shipwreck Brew House have donated a hamper. There's a £50 voucher from Ferguson's The Jewellers and a deluxe gin hamper. And that's going to be drawn at an event on the 21st of October. So if you would like to support our Christmas lights appeal, you can get raffle tickets either by making a PayPal friends and family donation to donate at clevelysctg.org.uk, or they are available to buy on our Ko-fi page. We've got lots of them. Christopher Neil Higgett is watching, obviously. Can
Get
do your
those.
letters any day this week at 4. I don't know.
Make sure
Why
you-
aren't you flipping burgers, Mr. Higgett?
Yeah, clear your diary. 4
Why
o'clock.
aren't you flipping burgers? You should be busy. You should have a queue right round the block. You
Thought
should
being
have a
on
queue
QVC.
right round the block. Why?
I have to say that is they are fantastic.
They are. They're
prizes.
really good, and we've
And
got
I'm not
lots.
I'm not
lots
just
of raffle
selling it.
tickets. I think we ordered 5,000. We were ambitious. But these are ones that people have bought online, and as I say, Stephen Gately was first off the mark with a sizable purchase, I should say. It's not in here, isn't it? It's all blowing everywhere. So if you've already bought some, I will send you. If you bought some but I've not replied yet, I've just been writing the names on the stub, so I will email you your numbers this afternoon. That's what I'm trying to say. And Nicola Cunnington is one of ours. Are you with us this afternoon, Nicola? I don't know whether I've seen your name. Are you there? Are you there, Nicola? No, I don't think so. I think she might be watching on catch up today. So with all this going off, you can imagine we've been a little bit busy, haven't we, at Rabbit Towers, Kevin? Just waking up.
Yes,
Don't
no,
nod off.
I'm shattered.
Don't nod off.
Shattered.
We're shattered. So we've got our next event on the 16th of September in Cleveland. So we're going dancing on the promenade, which will be hilarious. Think really bad Strictly Come Dancing.
Something like 18.
I don't think anything's happening on 18th, is it?
Don't know. Let me check.
It's Marine Conservation Society Beach Clean on 17th. So if you want to come to that, you could make a weekend of it. Yeah, so we're think really bad Strictly Come Dancing and joining in and lots of laughing and a really good fun time.
Tell you what's happening at 18. Red bin out.
Don't forget your red bin. Don't forget your red bin.
Oh,
What did we do before? We had a calendar on our phones. What did we do? So as I said, we've been very, very, very busy. Michael says, am I allowed to see you in person to take part in the great prize draw at Visit Coast? Well, if anybody wants to pop into the venue on a Thursday morning, and they're from 9 while 12 doing beach works, dig a day as I call it. So you can pop in there by with pleasure. And I obviously will be dancing on the prom on the 16th of September. And I'll also be at the event on the 21st of October. So if you're local, you can come and buy your raffle tickets from any of us. And we've got quite good plans as well for this year, so that'll be interesting. Anyway, going back to what I was saying about being busy. So I've made a decision.
I love it when you do that.
What? So somebody ought to be counting how many times I say so, because I'm always saying it. It's like a full stop. So yeah. So there's another one. I've made a radical decision about YouTube. I am going to fit the Visit FYLDE Coast vlogs around the content that I've got on the website. So because as most
Clever.
of you know, a lot of people think I only started doing any of this stuff when I started doing YouTube. And that's not true at all, because I've been publishing Visit FYLDE Coast for easily 10 years before I started making videos. It was the pandemic that started the videos off. So there's another one. I've got a clicker here. Does somebody want to count?
I tell you something, I bet they're all going to be going back on catch up and saying, actually, Jane, it was
So
245.
And there's pages and pages, hundreds and hundreds of pages
Could have
online.
got this down to 10 minutes.
There's hundreds and hundreds of pages online about all kinds of different things on the FYLDE Coast. Events. We've got a massive events guide that's full of everything.
I need to write something.
Yes, that's full of everything that you might want to do. And of course we send out an email about events at a weekend so that you can plan in advance. And rather than chasing views and trying to be clever and trying to be sensational and aiming for clickbait and all that kind of thing that so many YouTubers do, I am going to just plod along my own little furrow and make stuff that matches my websites to supplement it.
I do like the clickbait titles when there's a title and you think, I know what they're doing, and then
but you still click.
And then, well, I didn't intentionally on a lot of them, but then you see the number of views that it's had, and you think
it always works. And that's the frustrating thing, because I've come to the conclusion that
is this the end?
Is this the end? I've come to the conclusion that
never again.
No, that's that guy in Cleveland with his bike, isn't it? I've come to the conclusion that people don't watch as many videos in summer, which is understandable because neither do we. But
You're busy making them.
when I look at other people's vlogs and how many views they've had, they still get a similar amount. And frankly, the videos that I've been doing lately, I've sort of looked and thought, why do I bother? Why do I bother? I'm shouting into the wilderness.
That's another way of putting it.
Shouting into the wilderness. So I thought, well, rather than trying to scurry about doing things that make lots and lots of views, I might as well just do what I want at my pace in my own sweet time.
That's what gets you genuine followers, though, isn't it?
Absolutely. So we'll do Brew at 2.
There will be fake.
There will be some intermittent gaps in Brew at 2 to suit my hectic schedule and my hectic volunteering life. But I will give you plenty of notice in advance of what we're doing, and I will try and remember to write things down as I see them, so we can do a bit of hot gossip. But can you remember hot gossip? You can. There were dance troupe. No, hot gossip. There were the dance troupe on Top of the Pops.
I'm going to Google it now.
Oh goodness me!
When somebody else gets there before me, let me know.
So the next brew at 2 Fiona is on... No, it's not on Saturday the 16th. That's when we're dancing. The next brew at 2 is on the 19th of September. So it's in a fortnight.
Oh, they don't make them like that anymore, do they?
It's on in a fortnight. And then, as I said, there will be... It will go a bit hit and miss. And next year, the dates for Careful Cleveley's and whatnot are kind of all over the place, so it might be first Tuesday, third Tuesday, fortnight, 3 weeks, a month, but we'll carry on doing it, which is not a bad offer really, given the fact that when I started doing it originally, I said we would only do it for COVID.
Well, yes, you've been true to your word.
And then I carried on because everybody, because everybody wanted it to carry on. But for example, today we've got 96 people watching live. There's about 1,500, 2,000 normally watch. Oh, I've dropped my clicker. On catch up, and we've only got 52 likes. So that's your answer to why my videos are not seen as often as other people's. You gotta use it or you lose it, don't you?
First you gotta speed me up, and then no, that's not hot gossip, is it?
No, that's
then you gotta slow me down.
I can always get Kevin to do brew at 2 when you are busy.
Who said that?
Dazza.
Dazza would.
If Kevin was doing brew at 2, you know how I have momentary lapses of concentration when somebody asks something and I'm trying to speak and think at the same time. There'd be 10-minute gaps and a tiny little bit of writing. You'd be ringing Samaritans if you were doing it.
They're ringing 999.
Honestly.
I think he's gone into a coma online.
In fact, do you want to just do a little bit just to finish the show?
I'm rubbish. I'm absolutely rubbish. You see, you were brought up in an environment where you were encouraged to speak and develop, and I was speak when you're spoken to. So I tend to not say anything.
In fact, my dad was saying
I've fine-tuned it over the years.
My dad was saying to our friends the other day about, as a kid, how I used to go off up the garden with my little...
Talk to yourself.
My little woolly hat on, and I used to talk to myself and do my gardening and make mud pies. I'm still doing it, aren't I? Still doing it. Anyway, moving on to the end of the programme. Michael says, can I come to South Pier in Blackpool in 3 weeks' time for the Great Prize Draw because I can't make it to Cleveley's? I'm holiday in Skegness. No, in a bird.
Thanks for the offer.
No, as I was, I've started writing. I've started writing a day in the life of. I used to like reading that in the Sunday paper about about my day, and at some point I'll finish it. It's quite an extensive day.
Mine will be a life in the day of.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think if you got half an idea what I did in a day, you get the shock of your life. Alison says, can I have a big shout out for my husband Perry as he is like T-Boy? As he likes T-Boy and your husband.
Somebody's got to.
Or is like, I'm not quite sure which one she means. Which one she means. Anyway, birthdays. We're on to birthdays now. So we'll do birthdays and then the show's over. So, we've got on the 7th of September, Diane Shepherd.
Diane. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Diane. Diane did a wonderful job at the weekend, flogging raffle tickets.
Yep.
She sold stacks of them along with Keith. On the 8th, Hannah Goddard is 18, and I've got an email to read out from your mum, Hannah, which you might murder her when you get to her. Jonathan Rennie is 30 on the 8th. Deborah Webster is having her birthday on the 13th. Unlucky for some, Deborah.
You said that as if she had a choice. She's having a birthday on the 13th.
It's Lorraine Goddard, and yes, you're right, she's Hannah's mum on the 17th. That's an expensive month, Stephen. Susan Jones on the 17th, and Gerald Watkins on the 17th. And the lovely Linda Nagel, she of Cornish scones fame, is also celebrating on the 19th of September, which is next Tuesday, which is the day Brew at 2. So Linda gets double bubble because she'll get a mention next week as well.
Well, I don't want to put any ideas in anybody's mind, but I'm going to. If Hannah murders Lorraine, she can always write to us afterwards about her mum.
So Lorraine emailed me and she said, I think I may have included this when I emailed you in June in time for Emily's birthday, who is Hannah's sister. Yes, you did. Can you give Hannah, our youngest daughter, a special shout out as she's 18 on Friday the 8th of September? Oh. Can you remember being 18?
Yeah. All grown up
We're
now.
going to Llandudno in Wales for her birthday because we've never been before. We went to Llandudno, didn't we? It was very nice.
We did. And they all speak
we
like
are hoping,
Brummies.
They all speak like Brummies. We are hoping to go on the cable car up the Great Orme and come back down on the tram, followed by a ride on the longest crested toboggan run in Britain. Hopefully the weather will be kind. Well, hopefully it will. Friday the 8th. Well, it looks as if it might just hold long enough. And of course, it's on this side as well.
Actually, yeah, it is. It's going to be. I saw the weather in it. It's going to be nice.
On the 11th of September, it's our 24th wedding anniversary, and then Lorraine's birthday on the 17th. She says, what a busy month. I say, what an expensive month. We're then coming to beautiful Cleveland's at the end of October and cannot wait as we love it and Blackpool very much. And the girls will be working on Tuesday, so they're going to watch it on Catch Up. But as we know, Stephen and Lorraine are watching it live. So there you go. That's today's show. The show's over, folks.
So,
I'm getting hotter and hotter and hotter.
So,
still 34.
Oh,
so
I'd settle for 34. You mind 18?
No, I don't
You're right.
want to be.
No.
I don't want to be 34 and definitely not 18. So thank you for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So it's goodbye from me.
We're up to 66 likes and 86 watching, so there's 20 if you've not done it. That was good, weren't it? And I didn't even need to count on my toes for that. And
do they actually know what you're doing when you're doing this at the screen?
Yeah, people are. Sorry about that. People are sending messages on Facebook and it's coming up on the screen at the same time. So I'm not only am I talking, reading, copying with Kevin, I'm also looking at Facebook messages as well. Right, that's the end of this week's show. So I shall put my spectacles on and we will finish as is customary.
Bye, everybody.
Smiling is infectious. You catch it like the flu. When someone smiled at me today, I started smiling too. I passed around the corner and someone saw my grin. And when he smiled, I realised I passed it on to him. Weren't you thinking, wait until I've finished? So if you're
up to the bit where he says you passed it on to him.
So if you feel a smile begin,
don't leave it undetected.
Don't leave it undetected.
I said that.
Let's start an epidemic. Quick.
And get the world infected. Bye. You need to flick it off now.
Get the world infected.